saw a quote from you recently that says, you probably already know where I'm going, taking the joy out of an offensive player. Where does that mentality come from? And I just describe what that looks like on the court.
Just something like that. I just grew into that mentality and then kind of made myself. Just knowing you playing basketball, you gotta have a different mindset, especially with defense, because nobody really want to play defense, always scoring. So taking that pride and in yourself to be that defender and then taking the pride out of somebody else and that joy of them not being able to score. So.
Was there anyone that kind of like instilled that into you early, or did you just kind of take that upon yourself?
Um, Probably one of my old AU coaches, like the first person like introduced me to basketball, like Lamont Morgan. He helped me just really like kind of like adapt that mindset and really just you got to strive in the places nobody else want to be so you can get it far in the long run.
Was that something where that's how you saw? That's how I'm gonna get on the court. I gotta do defense, or is that just like what inspired that first? You think?
Yeah, like you said, there's a way to get on the court. I've never been the strongest scorer, so always thought of being the best defender, and I just kept that and ran with it. So now it's more so keeping that as the main goal and then building on offense and being more of a playmaker.
Michael, how would you describe, when you're on the same team as Karan, and I've heard he's just, really good at talking, obviously an excellent defender. How much does he just, help a team defense, not just, one-on-one? How much does he elevate everyone else?
He definitely elevates the defense and offense, even though he says a lot about defense. Just him being an anchor, his voice, he's always talking, he's always making sure people are in the right spots. But also on offense, he's a strong driver. So, you can't, just because he's a great defender doesn't mean that he can't excel on the offensive end as well.
And Karan, Mills was saying that he's trying you out as, kind of a point guard this year. How much different has that been compared to what you've done in the past, and how do you think that's going so far?
I think it's going well so far. I don't think it's too different. It's more so that you're just more so initiating play. You have to know all the spots on the court and where everybody got to go. You're kind of the director or the quarterback in the situation. So I feel like it's been going well. Just learning how to make the right reads.
When you're going through the process, what excited you about playing for Mills and the rest of the staff and playing here in Wichita?
I just like the coaches, like their mindset and how they approach me differently from everybody else in the portal, and just how they always had a vision and always talked about the NBA. And not many coaches talk about NBA. They always talk about winning the conference or winning the league. So it was always that, but also make sure you get to the next level, how you could be developed and be the next player, the best player.
What about for you, Mike?
Just Mills talking about how he can help me excel being a 1 and a 2, just being able to get my playmaking going a lot, because I know that I can be a good point guard, but him instilling the confidence in me to be that point guard that I can be. So that's really was a big thing for me in the recruitment process.
And then going up against Karan while you're on offense, does it get annoying?
I wouldn't say it gets annoying, but he always pushes you, so you got to be sharper every time he steps in front of you.
You mentioned that desire to play the one. Is that it looked like at Nichols? I mean, was that just out of just the situation they needed you more at 2, and was that something that you really wanted to this time around? Somewhere that's going to let you play more on the ball.
I've always been able to play on the ball, but I guess my scoring has always shined bright. So people have always wanted me to play the 2, but Mills told me we're gonna be able to get you on the ball, off the ball, because I feel like I'm a versatile player, and I don't have to hog the ball, pound the ball. I can move around for my teammates, make plays without the ball as well.
And you mentioned that you were kind of banged up a little, in past college stops. Do you feel like you're back to 100%, and how difficult was that, to go through that? I'm sure that's a frustrating process.
Yeah, definitely with my knee surgery, just getting back. I feel like I'm just getting better every year, and so being here, having all the resources, you got no excuse to be hurt. Just getting in with Todd and making sure your body's ready with Ash, the lifting. So I think they're doing all the right stuff, and I haven't had any problems this summer.
And for both of you, classes start in about a month. Are there any nerves about going to a new school, seeing new people, new teachers?
No, not necessarily. We've been taking classes during the summer, so it's kind of like a slow start into it. So never really nervous about going to class because everybody's a good academic student. So.
Yeah, and just from what I've seen so far on campus, it's been nice. So I'm a senior. I've been around the block, so just knowing what I have to do and just having that focus. The school part's gonna take care of itself when we put in the work. We got a lot of smart guys, so.
Karon, how would you describe Mike's game? You know, what's the scouting report on him? What makes him such a good scorer?
He can shoot lights out, so definitely don't go under on him. But he's a very talented guy. You guarding him, he has multiple counters, so you're gonna cut the shot, he's driving by you. You overplay on the shot, he's driving by you, but then you step back, hezzy. So it's a lot of counters he has to his game that I really like.
And my coach said that the jump and the shooting, that was more just you getting healthy. I mean, that's always been your game. I was curious on your take. You know, the 3-point shooting just really took off last year. What do you think was behind that?
Definitely repetition, like you said, getting healthy, but also like main thing that's been helping me a lot is my balance. So just different, making sure I'm not rushing on shots, taking my time, knowing how defenders are closing out, if I have to pump fake, if I have to get the shot off quicker. Just knowing, I think last year that helped me take the jump from where I went to where I'm at.
Mike, are there any premier scorers in the NBA that you kind of look at too for inspiration?
I'd probably say like off the dribble scoring, probably Damian Lillard. That's the guy I look at a lot. And then like moving around, Steph. Just because if you keep moving around, at some point the defense is gonna lose you, or they're gonna switch, and Karon might cut to the rim, get a dunk. Just different movement might help your team get an open shot.
Karon, I was gonna do something on Kenyon too. Mills was saying he's just like a dynamic scorer, dynamic shooter. You know, as a defender yourself, what's kind of the same thing? Just scouting report on him. Just what's really stuck out about with KG.
I actually played him a couple of times because he was in the same league that we championed from. So guarding him, it's honestly really hard, I would say, because he's just so versatile. So it's like, don't let him go over the screens, and then he's going to reject it. He's going to go to the basket. Even though he's a small guard, he knows how to create that space, draw that foul. So it's really hard to stay in front of him and not foul him at all. So, yeah.
Is there anyone out there that you guys have met this summer that's really impressed you, or you've seen really improve just throughout this summer?
I'd probably say TJ Williams impressed me a lot. His defense and his offense. He's running the lanes. He got a high level motor. His defense has been great this summer. Getting out in transition, he's a great finisher. I just feel like he's doing a lot of stuff. He's been a Swiss Army knife this whole summer.
I feel like Noah, for him to be a dual sport athlete, and he used to play baseball, and he come in here to play basketball. He's very athletic. He's young though, but he got a lot to learn. And he's just seeing his athleticism and dominate how strong he is really impressive. And then back to Kenyon Giles, playing against him when he was at UNCG, his game didn't really display how he played. Like seeing how he played now is like, wow, I was on the side of him. So there's a lot of sides to everybody that you haven't seen yet.
What have been both your favorite parts about Wichita so far?
I'll just say how welcoming the fan base is. Everybody's always smiling, welcoming you, saying hi, stopping you, asking to take pictures. So every time you go out, you get recognized. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like the family environment, wherever you go, you feel like you see somebody wearing Wichita State gear and things like that. So that's just welcoming when you first get here.
And then, have either of you played in an environment kind of like this before?
Yes, I actually played here last year around Christmas break. So it was a good environment. Even though a lot of the students went home for break, a lot of the fans came out to support. So I like that a lot.
I played in similar environments, but just the atmosphere, just how much Wichita loves the basketball team. Just it's gonna be great to see it, and we get to see it on Friday. So I'm gonna be happy to see how everyone comes out and supports the TBT team.
I was curious for both of them. Mills has said like this team is really basketball focused. You know, he gave an example of like a Friday night. You guys aren't like going downtown looking for parties. You guys are in Coke Arena, scrimmaging, doing pickup runs. Just can you kind of speak about just that nature of this team? Is that the sense that you guys have got? Just this group loves to hoop.
Yeah, I feel like everybody loves to hoop. It's just something like we have joy in. It's not like a job for us or like something we dread doing. Everybody loves coming here to play basketball. Like we're honestly blessed to be able to come to school, play basketball, and that's our biggest worry is like when the next shot going in, if we can get the ball, if we can make the right play. So it's honestly just a blessing.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's definitely a blessing because getting up to play basketball and practicing, scrimmaging, playing games is probably one of the easier parts in life because there's a lot of harder things you could be doing. But I think just being able, this team is definitely real focused on getting in the gym, working hard. Everyone's here in the mornings before practice, getting shots up. So it's great to see like the focus we have right now.
I think he said Dre. Is Dre kind of like the ringleader? He's like the one that organizes all the pickups.
Yeah, sir. You always texting in the chat. Let's do pickup. Very competitive. Constantly want to go. So I like that. Keeps everybody engaged.
Yeah.
Holds a lot of people accountable.
Hiring a G guy, hiring a G guy.
Anything else for these guys? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.